We are curious to know how everything works, and science can provide answers. Being a scientist is interesting and exciting because you constantly learn through your own work and work of your colleagues. Being a scientist, it's like putting the pieces of a puzzle together, only you've never seen the full picture. It might take you a while, but when it happens, it's very rewarding.
It all started when I was a teenager, probably because of a biology teacher who made us realize the fascinating complexity of nature. At the time, I was following classical studies, so rather learning Latin and ancient Greek, so I wasn't too sure about science and a scientific career. But a few years later, I decided to give it a try at university. And well, that's it. 20 years later, I'm still here doing research and still very fascinated by the complexity of how nature works and trying every day to understand better the mechanisms behind it.
From a very young age, I am very curious about everything surrounding me, why things are the way they are, how do they work, but especially why. So in this regard, more a philosophical than a scientific question, but ever since I went to school and I started to study sciences, I really enjoyed it. After high school, I started to study genetics, and that's where my interest, my general interest regarding sciences, become more particular.
It's a job which is varied, a lot of different things you do. One part is solving problems, trying to understand how things work. Second, it's about communication, because we spend a lot of our time trying to communicate science, mostly to our fellow scientists, but also to a broader public. And third, it's also about working in a team and interacting with different people in everyday work. So it's a very broad and complete job, and that's something I really like.
It's the excitement of finding a mechanism that functions within the cells, and this will govern the life of the cell or the life of the organism. It's every day it can be different, so we don't have the routine of just going into an office and doing your beat every day. So this is one of the good things about science, and also it's the flexibility that you have in your work. At the same time, you have to do a lot of things. It's multitasking. So it's not only about working in a lab or working in front of the computer. It's communicating with other people, communicating with scientists. You go to meetings, you meet a lot of people from different cultures and different places of the world.
Doing outside of the lab, when I'm not a scientist, I've been doing several things, sport, music, and since 5 years we decided to create a family. So since 5 years I'm half scientist, half full-time father, I have to say.
What I do outside of science? Well, I have a family, I have 2 kids, and I try to spend a lot of time with them. So most of the weekends that we will do a lot of activities. We go out, we go to parks, we go to theaters, children's theaters for example.
Apart from science, I really enjoy music. I was fortunate to be able to study music ever since I got into school, so that allowed me to be able to express myself in a musical form. So I think in this case it works as a very nice complementary side to science, because as science explores my curiosity of wanting to understand things around me, music gives me the pleasure or the opportunity to to express my creative side, my artistic side, which I believe everyone has inside.